Bandit, don't want to ban. Oh, promoter. Well, here you go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire the promoter. I'm going to have him promote Baltimore. Since it's growing anyway, it'll grow faster. So that we can get towards that quarterly report. Don't worry about that.
My brother spent some time in England.
Hmm.
His accounts of how the railroad is used in mining there fascinated me. However, in America, we have considerably greater distances to overcome. A mammoth task.
A mammoth task. Okay, so I'm up to almost 85,000 in Baltimore. I'm up to 6.3 million and buy one of my competitors' companies. I can do that. I'm working on it. I could actually make another station in Washington and then just run up here to Baltimore, run an express line back and forth. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me put a train station in here. We're just going to run some express lines back and forth. I mean, I'll just need like a tower in between them. Let's see, let's get up here. We'll just go ahead and buy that. Let me go ahead and upgrade this. Baltimore is biggest city. And go ahead and do that. We're going to lay another track right beside this. We're just going to run a couple one-line rails and have them go back and forth. Supply tower. It's about as simple as a rail line gets right here. I'm going to do a Baltimore to Washington and a Washington to Baltimore. All right, let's add a train. Add a locomotive. Go ahead and add the John Bull. That's fine. I'm going to add a conductor. They really don't need a stoker or engineer. They're passengers and mail only. They go to Baltimore, down to Washington. Boom. Oh,
what were you thinking, setting these newspaper hacks on me?
Ha ha ha. Revenge is sweet, Beatrix. All right, add a locomotive. John Bull, go ahead and do that. Get them a conductor. Get the higher ticket prices. Set up a rail line from Washington 2 to Baltimore 2. They better make sure they do the correct tracks.
Baltimore is growing and thriving. That is mainly thanks to the railroad that you built. Well done.
You know what? Timetables. Okay, we'll do that. I should dedicate those lines on those trains or else they're going to fight over the tracks. She's after the same thing I am here. See if she keeps bidding me up.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
So I want this to be, what I want this to do is, on Washington 2, I want it to only be on track 1. And he is on track 2 in Baltimore. All right. So the other one in Baltimore, I want it to be the opposite. Let me look at his trains. So the Baltimore to Washington, I want him to always be on track 1 so that in Washington he's always on track 2. Highlight that, okay. And then they won't conflict with each other. The only thing they'll conflict with is when a train comes down here to get into the city. Did I put a signal here? I didn't put one to let the freight train get all the way down here as close as it can. So if there's trains in here, it'll at least come up here and stop. Whole bunch of people I might as well hire all these people. Don't know when I'll need them. Oh, chief engineer, is this one any better than the one I got? No, he's basically doing the same, so don't need that. All right. That'll get me some more money. I want to get to the 300 points and get the better engine, the Durham, because that'll be a big boost. That'll be 5 miles per hour, and it's more attractive. So let's go ahead and fast forward just a little bit. Baltimore keeps on growing. That's good. That's good to know. Baltimore grows. Oh my God, I can add another industry. Holy, well, no, they already did one. Okay, ceramics. They put it in before I could barely even click on it. Well, you know what? They need clay. I don't know where they're getting that. Where is the clay? Not that I might even need to worry about them. Boy, it's way down here. Of course it is. It's deep in the south. Wow, it's way down here. Georgia. That's fine. I ain't going to worry about that. They don't need that to grow. So let's go back up here to Baltimore and see how they're doing. They've kind of settled off. Oh, no, they got 120,000, so I've achieved that one. That's great. I'm worth $7 million, and I need to buy out a competitor. I may be able to pull this off here. He's hired. Okay, tell you what, new applicant will buy that engineer. Another new applicant. Look at all these new applicants. Let me go ahead and see what I can do fancy-wise with my stocks. Don't need to see that. 674,000. I'm gonna go ahead and pay that one, and then take a new one. Yeah, see, that's almost 800,000 now. Hobbs Quarry near Baltimore. Don't need it. All right, let me pay this other smaller one. Take another nice big one, almost 800,000 now.
I believe that the railroad will democratize mobility. It is a means of transport that should be open to all people. Not only because it is profitable, no, but because it opens up people's eyes to the world.
All right, mediator, no, don't want any of them. Okay, so I can earn a little more if I connect Buffalo, which is not difficult. That's just easy money right there. Let me go ahead and small train station this. This is just exploiting it right here to earn some money.
Well, everyone has to start somewhere.
Because all I have to do is put it in the back end of this, and then it's connected to the rail network. Boom, 190,000 bonus by spending whatever, 50, 60,000 on the line and stuff. So that was worth it. All right, there's 2. I need to get 3 to get this one. Ooh, professor. Is there a professor? That could help me if he gives me instant points. Depends on what we have here. Oh, that would be, he's the type that's going to do a reduction. Okay, he'd give me money, but it would cost me points. So I'm going to go ahead and buy up some of Beatrix. What would it cost to buy her out totally? 2.4 million. I don't think so. I can spend a good $500,000. That gets up to 62%. Promoter. Don't really need any towns promoted. What else do I got here? Mediator, professor, promoter. That's a city-specific one. Well, I don't have any cities really growing, so we'll just roll with that. We're just fast forwarding. Actually, almost to the end here. So let me play this out. Let's see. 8 million. Buy one of my competitors' companies. Once I buy her out, it's going to really boost me up quite a bit. Let me spend another 400,000 or so. So I got 72% of her company. At this point, it's going to take me 1.4 to buy her out totally.
When I tell people about my plans for the railroad, they only see the problems. Laying the tracks, maintenance costs, labor costs. As if a fleet of stagecoaches were cheaper.
Right.
And don't tell me these mountains of raw materials are supposed to be transported by horses.
No, horses couldn't do that.
Oh dear, there seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to buy this Dunham.
This new locomotive looks adventurous.
Adventurous. You know what? Don't pick on my Dunham 420. All right, let's go ahead and replace all my locomotives with that. That's worth it because look at the way the money's racking up. That cost a chunk of change, but again, I'm moving up another 5 miles an hour. See, I could get rid of these things now that I've connected them. All right, let's see how we're doing here. I'm worth 8 million. I basically need to buy her out and then get my value up. I'm only 2 years in. That's the goal of that is 13 years away. Let's see. Let's buy out some more of hers. I can do like 350,000 worth. That's 89% of her company that I own. We'll definitely get her bought out before the end of this. There's an Indian settlement up here. If I drive a train through it, I'll have to pay to resettle them. You know, move them to some nice land out west. Do the American thing. Sheesh. Okay. Headhunter. Don't really need a headhunter. Mechanical interlocking tower. You know what? I'll buy that. What's it going to do? Transportation of freight? Yeah. She may bid on it a couple times, but I'm going to take her out. She's got no money. Well, she's got some money because I keep investing in her. She seems to bid one time, and I get it.
Excuse me,
Oh.
but could you keep out of this?
No.
You're driving the price up.
Yeah, that's the idea. All right, let's see. Okay, I don't need the quarterly report. All right, let's see what it takes here to buy her out. 555,000. Boom.
Excellent. You have defeated a competitor and taken
Merge.
over all their routes and buildings.
Liquidate everything.
How dare
Boom.
you throw me out of business? You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're right. I am. I'm ashamed. Sorry, Beatrice. Okay, so now I'm worth 12 million. I'm worth 12 million. You just let it go on fast speed. It's just going to take a while to get it there. I could like pick up more things and bring them in. And do I have Scott Ranch near Toledo? Don't need it. Do I have a double line here? I don't have a double rail line here. Boy, that's a train. Look how fast he's going on fast forward. Let me go ahead and actually just double up this line just to get a second train in here. Alrighty. It should be long enough for the train. I'm hoping it is. So let's go ahead and make this one way this way. Make this one way that way. I think they can get by each other. I think I have enough room. Yeah, I think they do. Okay. So this here, I need to look and see what his train is. I need to duplicate this. Let's see if he can get in there. Yep, he can get in there. So he's in there. Holy moly. Boy, they're bringing wood in like crazy to New York. They're just going to keep going back and forth. But he's got to stop and wait. Let's actually ride so we can watch the other train come at him. That train's loading up. I hope he's not waiting for me. He shouldn't be waiting for me. He should be able to pull ahead. Oh, there he goes. Zoom, he goes by. So I come in and unload. Hello, people. People waiting in the station. Where are you folks going? Look at all those goods I'm delivering. All right. Taking nothing back. Pass this buddy here. Bye, fella. He's got to stop there, let him get by. He's got to wait for track runners. I needed this to go just a little further. But that's all right. Connection there expires. You know what? What do I have to connect? Albany. I could just do a quick connection. You know what? How much was this worth? $285,000. Small train station. Boom. We'll bring this in over there. That's 70,000. So I spent about 110,000, but I get 285,000 bonus out of it. So that's awesome. I'll take these new applicants. Don't really need them. Don't think I'm putting anybody else on. I will take the station master. Reduces the maintenance for all trains. That's good. Don't need the headhunter because there's nobody to headhunt. Have anything here? Oh, I can get the cow catcher. Where do I want the cast iron wheel? Accelerates train maintenance. This increases the power of my locomotives. That will increase the power of the locomotives. See how we're doing here. So I'm almost at 13 million. We'll just let this play out. All right, Baltimore and Ohio at full steam. Yes, we are at full steam. That's railroad humor. Random breakdown, sugar plantation, don't want it. What else do I got here? Oh, you know what? I can connect this. It's another, oh, it's for sale. Okay.
For my friends on the East Coast, the Great Lakes are a long way away, and many of them never want to go there. This is because they have only just arrived in the New World. But think about
New
their
industry.
children. They won't want to spend their entire lives on the East Coast when a vast land of unimaginable possibilities lies before them.
So I could put a new industry in this and get a bonus. Of course, I've not connected this anywhere. I can't do the meat, so I would have to like do it. So that's pretty cheesy. I can get. I'm not going to get much of a bonus out of this. Spend 200,000 to get 213. What does this one want to do for me? Connection. Oh, Grand Rapids. Ooh. How much is that worth? 425,000. Hey. We'll go ahead and just slap it in here. We're going to run it into the back of this company there. All right. Boom. That was worth it. It's smarter to run it to Toledo and actually run a passenger service. What do I got here? Is this a small station? It's a small station. Let me go ahead and upgrade it. Oh gosh, what do they want here? Express line Toledo to New York. I'm not running this express line. Come on. Boy, look at that train go. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and demolish part of this track. Oops. Okay, I'm going to lay a track up there to Grand Rapids just to create some passenger service. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this line. We'll bring this straight into Toledo. And I can run pretty good. Oh, come on. There you go. Got that connected. Excellent. Go ahead and put some towers, signals in here. And then we're going to put a whole bunch of trains just to create more money. Let me put in as many signals as I can. And put in a supply tower about halfway or so. Right in there. And then we're going to go ahead and add a ton of rail lines. Use the Dunham. That's good. I'm going to make it for passengers only. And we're going to go from Grand Rapids. Let's see what I got here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I can put a ton of lines in here. And they won't interfere with each other. So let's go ahead and put like 10 in. I better make sure I have a maintenance station. This will help me build up what I need money-wise. What is that? Toledo 6. There's 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's go over to Grand Rapids, which is growing like crazy. And we will put in a maintenance building. And they're just going to take off like crazy here. What else do I got here? I can get this will be increases power of my locomotives, accelerates maintenance, reliability. Oh, look at that. That'll increase the number of passengers. Upholstered seats. Big time. All right. Let's see how we're doing here. It looks like I'm worth about $15 million.
The prosperity on the East coast is growing.
Gonna be there in a few
I like
minutes.
that, as there are many places there that are dear to me.
I'm not running an
especially
express from
Baltimore.
Toledo to New
But
York.
this
That's
wealth
just
is also
crazy.
causing people to become lazy. I hope there will be enough people like me who feel the urge to travel farther west.
Oh, I hope so too there, Philip. So I'm worth, let's see, meat industry. I don't need the meat industry. 15.7 million. Gonna get it, run this out, run out the clock. I could probably find another town to build something in, but like Indianapolis, I could build that up and put in another line. Don't need that wood ranch versus near Knoxville. You go ahead and upgrade that. Parcel drops, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, number of packages in a city. So I could do a quick little hop between Indianapolis and Toledo. Running a little over on the stream, but I'm so close to the end here. 16 million. I don't know, by the time I built that, it would be. You know what? We'll go ahead and put a small train station in Indianapolis. We'll run a rail direct, won't even care what it runs through or how it looks. And we'll buy that. And we'll come down here. Slap another on there. Go ahead and get our signals in real quick.
You, Bubby.
Get it turned around. Put in as many signals as we can. Excellent. We will put in a supply tower about midway, right where signals are, so it'll serve as a stopping point anyway. What do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put a whole pile of trains in there. All right, so that's got everything it needs. I do want to upgrade this to have a maintenance building. Excellent. Let's add locomotive, maybe a half dozen of them on this. Set up rail line. Let's go with passengers and mail only. From Indy to Toledo. Copy this off a bunch of times. 3, there's number 4, 5, 6, because those will just make me money. What else can I get here? Oh, you know what? This will accelerate maintenance. The Jarvis is pretty good, 27. Oh, the Dunham was 26 mixed. I don't know if that's worth it. It does have more tractive power. The Jarvis 420. Yeah, what the heck? Let's replace all my trains with this bad boy. Let's take a look at that. All right. All of them. Yeah, why not? Boom. Eventually you get a point where you specialize between freight trains and express trains. So you give up some speed at the expense of being able to haul better. We'll hire these applicants. I don't know if they do anything for a company value. Let's see how we're doing. We should be pretty close. Wow, 17 million. Moving right along. I could actually do a couple more trains in here just to boost it up a little faster. I don't don't care about that. So, oh, you know what? I don't care about the meat industry of Louisville. I really don't. Okay, let's do a couple more in here. That's excellent. I know in Grand Rapids I could have just gotten mountains of trains. Let's pop a couple more in. Boy, they're all actually holding lots of people. Don't be afraid to put more trains in. They're just lined up here and waiting at the station. But see, we got here new applicant. That's fine. Take him. I've only got one there, so I can't really buy anything off that. Almost there. Almost 18 million. We'll just let it ride out. It's only 1833. Basically did this, started in 1830. 3 years, basically got everything here. I should get a perfect score out of this. I'm hoping I do anyway. Yeah, you're right. The 9 to 11. Yeah, I mean, it had, and you get two, there's two signals side by side. So like when I go up here, I can see all the green dots. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, more down here. And when there's 9, you double it and subtract 1. The only thing that's holding it up is the station. I probably should have done a separate station and made an additional station. But it's moving right along. Let's go ahead and increase the power of my locomotives. That would be good. 5%. It helps. It gets you there faster. Jackson marvels at technological wonder. President leaves coach at home. Thank you, President Jackson. Salt action for the brain. Large rodeo and barbecue. Robbers getting dumber. Huh. These are really funny to read sometimes. Playing those games, read the headlines there, because it pauses while the headlines are going on. So 18.5 million. Hire all these people. Baltimore, Ohio, new record. It's good. I got some express trains going. Baltimore, Ohio's darling of the stock exchange. Not bad. 18.6. Closing in on it. Wonder if I paid off my loans, if that does me any good. I'm not sure that it does. Don't care about the quarterly report. Oh, look at that. I can take a whole nother loan. Can I take another loan? Wow, look at that. Yeah, we'll take that. I'm going to pay these smaller ones off. Just because I can. And we'll take this big one. All right, what's my value now? 18.9 million. So just about to hit 19 mil. Okay, packaging, yeah, we'll take that. Nobody's bidding against us. We might as well just take those. And we're going to hit the end here. 19 point, well, there you go, 19.0. 19.1 is closing in. All right, I don't want the livestock. Okay, that's excellent. We're moving along now. So 19.2, almost there. Actually going to finish off this in one episode. Won't be able to do that with Chapter 3. Chapter 3 takes a little bit more. They all get a little more difficult. They'll become multi-episode things. So 19.4. Once it hits 20 million, we're in business. And I'll have done that. That needed to be done by 1845. So I'm 12 years early on it. So I'm going to have gold check marks everywhere. I'll get the highest rating. $19.7. 3/4 of the way to that million almost. 19.75. Yep. Just have to kind of wait it out. It's my 20 million worth. Will I hit it by the end of the year? Not sure. Probably will. Keeps going back because of all the maintenance costs. Oh, Mighty Pixel. Thank you for the bits. 20 million bits? Did you send me 20 million bits?
Baltimore is prospering. The upswing can be felt along the entire East Coast,
All
thanks
right.
to the dense rail network. And since you have connected the Great Lakes and cities such as Toledo, the United States have grown a little bit closer together again.
All right. So there you go. Let's see our final rating. Get the cutscene here. We were successful with the Baltimore and Ohio.
Technology and the art of the adventurous railroaders paid off. Within a few years, a patchy network of short railroad lines stretched from the coast to the Great Lakes, bringing new wealth and a period of dynamic change. Soon the first steamers entered the scene, calling for a gigantic railroad link from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Yes.
The so-called Transcontinental Railroad. But how is the most enormous project of the century to be funded and executed when the first step had only just been taken?
I know how. Let's see how we did. Boom, President. 11 tasks fulfilled. Time rating, excellent. Overall ratings, 30, so that's fantastic. 20 million, 38 rail lines, 21 stations. Not bad. Route length, 2,500 miles. So there you go. I'm not even going to bother with the next chapter. We'll just pick it up from that point. I'll save it. But anyway, so that's going to do it for this one. We'll start on chapter 3 next week, which is when we basically have to build from Chicago and get over the Mississippi. And that will get us kind of back where we started in chapter 1 when we built from Omaha out to Rock Springs at the foot of the Rockies. But chapter 3 will be about how we get across the Mississippi. Then chapter 4 will be a break where you're taking on the Civil War and expanding your rail network. And then chapter 5 will be the final link to Promontory Point, Utah from the West Coast. We'll start playing it from the West Coast. But anyway, that's going to do it. There's chapter 2. Got the perfect rating of President. Don't know if I'll be able to pull that off in the next one, but we'll keep trying. And that should do it. And until next time, I guess we will see you. Have a great rest of your weekend if you're watching live. Otherwise, click on the next video and watch it on YouTube. Anyway, thanks for tuning in all, and we'll see you next time, and ciao.